Now we talk about the pharmacokinetics. See, pharmacokinetics is the application of the pharmacokinetic principle in the doses regimen. So there the application of pharmacokinetic principle in the designing or development of the new drug, design and development of optimum formulation, in control or target release formulation, selecting the appropriate route for a drug administration, right drug, doses form. So designed for dosage form. See, dosage regimen is defined as the manner at which dose is taken. For example, analgesic, hypnotic. There are many drugs in the market. So for some drugs, a single dose can provide an effective treatment, and for some drugs, a chronic dose or a multiple dose regimen is decided, in which the drug is administered in a suitable form. So this is the dosage regimen, and the dosage regimen is based upon empirical in a physician based or empirical clinical data. Individualized dosage form, most accurate is this individualized dosage form based on the pharmacokinetics of the drug, but this approach individualized dose is used for the patient admitted in a hospital. And the third one is the dosage regimen on population average, that is depending upon the fixed model and adaptive model. So fixed model, here population average pharmacokinetic parameters are used directly to calculate the dosage regimen, and in the adaptive model, both population average pharmacokinetic parameters of the drug as well as the patient variables such as weight, age, sex, body surface area, and patient pathophysiology such as renal disease can be used for the adaptive model. So depending upon the dosage regimen based on the population, it is assumed that the pharmacokinetic parameters of the drug remain constant during the course of the therapy once the dosage regimen is established. And second, the calculations are based on the open one compartment model. So when we come to the dosage regimen, so we have to define certain things. That is, first is the dose size. See, the dose size is something that what kind of the dose is given to the patient to getting maximum therapeutic effect, and to resolve or मतलब बच ना चाहें हम टॉक्सिसिटी से इन बिटवीन. सो ग्रेटर द डोज साइज होगा द ग्रेटर द फ्लक्चुएशन होगी सी एस मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम में. सी मैक्सिमम क्या है, कंसनट्रेशन मैक्सिमम, और सी मिनिमम क्या है, कंसनट्रेशन मिनिमम. कंसनट्रेशन मिनिमम के नीचे कोई थेरापेटिक एक्शन नहीं मिलता, और कंसनट्रेशन मैक्सिमम के ऊपर जो है हमें सिर्फ टॉक्सिसिटी मिलेगी. तो टॉक्सिसिटी से क्या होगा, ड्रग टॉक्सिसिटी हो सकती है, तो फिर डेथ के चांसेस या फिर जो है फंक्शनल लॉस के चांसेस ज़्यादा हो सकते हैं. सेकेंड इज़ द डोजिंग फ्रिक्वेंसी. डोजिंग फ्रिक्वेंसी क्या होती है कि जो डोज इंटरवल है वो हमने हाफ लाइफ के हिसाब से जो है कैलकुलेट किया है. तो डोजिंग फ्रिक्वेंसी क्या होती है कि कितनी देर बाद हमें डोज लेनी है. अगर इंटरवल इंक्रीज हो गया तो डोज अनचेंज रहेगी. इट मीन्स इफ द इंटरवल इज इंक्रीज एंड द डोज इज unchanged, then C maximum, C minimum and C average will be decreased, but the ratio of C maximum upon minimum increases. So an opposite is observed when the dosing interval is reduced or dosing frequency is increased. It will result into the greater drug accumulation in the body. So this is dose size and dosing frequency. Third one is the loading dose. What is the loading dose? We have already started with this phenomena. So for those drugs that have a long half life, we the steady state reach करना मुश्किल हो जाता है, तो इसके लिए जो है हम एक लोडिंग डोज देते हैं, और बाद में जो है हम जो है प्लेट्यू जब एक बार अचीव हो जाता है तो हम दूसरी डोज देते हैं. तो मगर जो ड्रग्स जिसे देने के बाद हमारा प्लेट्यू अचीव हो गया, दैट इज़ नोन एज द लोडिंग डोज. दैट इज़ द इनिशियल और फर्स्ट डोज जब हम पेशेंट को देते हैं प्लेट्यू रीच होने के लिए, दैट इज़ द लोडिंग डोज. मेंटेनेंस डोज, जो लोडिंग डोज के बाद हमने दूसरी डोजेस फॉर्म दी है ड्रग का स्टेडी स्टेट मेंटेन करने के लिए, ड्रग कंसनट्रेशन प्लेट्यू में मेंटेन करने के लिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड है मेंटेनेंस डोज. So maintenance dose depends upon the therapeutic index of the drug, half-life of the drug, convenience of the dosing. So मल्टीपल डोजेस रेजिमेन. व्हाट इज़ मल्टीपल डोजिंग? मल्टीपल डोजिंग क्या होती है कि जब हमारी जो है ड्रग जो है मीन्स इफ़ वी हैव टू इफ़ वी वांट टू गिव टू द पेशेंट, यानी हम जो है पेशेंट को एक से ज़्यादा डोज देना चाहते हैं एक दिन में, तो दैट इज़ नोन एज मल्टीपल डोजेस रेजिमेन. मीन्स वी हैव टू डू मल्टीपल डोजिंग for a patient to achieve a therapeutic effect. So generally speaking, dose should be administered at an interval equal to the half life of the drug. So for a drug that has a wide therapeutic index such as penicillin, large dose may be administered at a relatively longer interval without any toxicity problem, or for a drug with a narrow therapeutic index such as digoxin, and small dose at a frequent interval is better to obtain a profile with the least fluctuation, which is similar to that observed with a constant rate of infusion or controlled release system. This all has been given to you and already discussed with you in the class. So pharmacokinetic drug interaction, mechanism of drug interaction. Mechanism can be antagonism, addition or summation, synergism. Antagonism means when two drugs are given for an opposing effect. Addition means when one drug has been given and it influences or increases the action of the second drug. Synergism is the enhancement action of one drug by another. For example, alcohol that enhances the analgesic activity. So indirect, this is the direct pharmacodynamic interaction, and indirect pharmacodynamic interaction occurs when drugs are mixed in IV infusion, causing precipitation or activation of the active principles. So such interaction are better expressed by the term incompatibility. So here is the drug-drug interaction influencing the bioavailability. It has all been explained in the class. And this is all you have to work for the loading dose and maintenance dose.